Another Friday is upon us, and on the downhill side, another weekend, another cold front. Same old story and song and dance weather-wise. We've got a mix-up to your forecast, as we've been talking about now for days. No surprises, but an update nonetheless. Of course, all of this weather changing. At the same time, we've got a lot of things planned for the weekend tonight and tomorrow, certainly tomorrow. A number of events and outside and things. And it's not going to be widespread, but you're going to have a workaround, I think, if you want to try to take in any of the activities that are going on or just anything outside in general. So we'll update your forecast in just a few moments. An update on the shooting that I had for you on last evening's program. That report is followed up tonight by 2 arrests related to the investigation, not to the shooting itself, but nevertheless an update for you in just a few moments. Rescue spent hours last night trying to rescue a horse fall victim from a remote part of McGoffin County. We'll leave it at that for now. I'll have an update on that, as well as a number of other reports, including everything you need to know about Casting for Kids, the nation's biggest kids fishing tournament, which of course is going on right now if you're catching the early show, with an evening to shine for all of our special kids and special needs young people. And then tomorrow, of course, it's wide open for everyone, and we'll talk with, of course, the man himself, Chris Ferguson. They've even added a lot more this year than they have from years past. You know, they had 1,200 very happy kids last year. They're looking to add more to that, and they've certainly got some good reasons to have more than that. And he'll tell you everything you need to know, from parking to prizes to free food, free everything, and more in just a few moments. So be sure, make plans to do that. They'll start registration bright and early in the morning. So stay tuned to the show, and then you can make some plans and get ready to head on over in the morning, where everything is free and provided for. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect. I'll update that in just a few seconds. There is a death investigation that has been opened in eastern Kentucky. It's a Pike County case which relates to a missing person out of West Virginia. Day before yesterday, the Kentucky State Police say that they discovered a body in the Big Branch Road area of Pike County. That person has now been identified as a West Virginia man reported in that state, 48-year-old Adam Stanley. He was pronounced dead at the scene after being found in a creek area in this portion of Pike County. No other details have been released except to say that his body has been sent to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy, and that's all I have at this time. 2 kids. It's been 7 years approximately since we have lost a child to whooping cough here in the state of Kentucky. We've lost 2 now, according to the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services, in just the past half year. They announced officially this week that these are the first pertussis-related deaths in the Commonwealth, again, going back to 2018. All we know is that the official statement says that the infants or the mothers either had received immunizations or vaccinations against pertussis during pregnancy or infancy. And as such, the Kentucky Department of Health and as well Cabinet for Health and Family Services is urging all people in Kentucky, everyone, to remain up to date on the recommended pertussis immunizations, and emphasize at the same time, they say, the importance of moms getting immunized during pregnancy for all infants beginning promptly, and for all infants beginning at the age of 2 months. With that said, we'll start with our first update tonight, and that is that of the shooting that happened last evening. If you were here, I told you last evening that the initial reports were from witnesses that 4 people were traveling in a small sedan in the Route 30 Middle Fork area, when all of a sudden a bullet tore through the car and into the seat and into the front passenger. Well, that certainly was factual. However, police now indicate that they have reason to believe that it wasn't just a random or anonymous road rage or road-related incident, and they've made 2 arrests thus far. Yesterday afternoon, a car with 4 people inside pulled into the Sayersville Fire Department, saying that they had a passenger who had been shot. The ambulance service was called. They were quickly carried to by EMS on scene, of course. And indeed, a bullet did enter the side of the car, tear through one of the doors, and then into the front passenger, who was seriously injured and life-flighted to the Cabell Huntington Hospital, where The individual's condition is still unknown at this hour. We have no updates, even though we've reached out. I was told that it was a male in his late teens, possibly, that was injured. While all of this was going on, the state police were called to assist with the investigation, and they went back to the Sagersville Fire Department, where the driver and 2 other passengers were, and questioned all individuals. And after doing so, they came to the realization that this was not an incident, as was first reported, of just the car traveling on Route 30 and a bullet tearing through the vehicle from an unknown direction or from an unknown individual. It was after questioning one of the people inside the car, one of the witnesses, who was actually the driver, that he confessed to authorities that there had been another situation unfold, and that it did start in the Middle Fork area. But Jonathan Keaton, with a West Liberty address, reportedly told authorities, the Kentucky State Police who were questioning him, that he had done something bad and messed up, and he was remorseful about it, saying that he'd gone to a friend's house on Middle Fork and stolen a gun from an individual, saying that he got there without having any intention to steal the gun, but once he saw it, he grabbed it from the side of an individual who was wearing it, so to speak, and then upon going back to the vehicle that he was in, Keaton and the others came under fire from the individual who reportedly had the gun stolen from him. However, Kentucky State Police, that gun was actually already stolen, had been stolen, reported stolen at least earlier in the day out of Breathitt County. Post 9 had received the information. It had not been entered into NCIC as of yet because the case had just been reported, but they were able to confirm that the 9mm in Keaton's possession, who had put it behind the driver's seat, had been stolen in Breathitt County earlier in the day. Keaton, a convicted felon for pleading guilty to a DUI crash that killed another Sagersville person back in 2012, served 6.5 years and had been released. That being a convicted felon, of course, gives him the charge of having a handgun, and being a convicted felon, he also had a complicity to burglary conviction on his record out of Ohio. He was charged in this instance, thus far, with possession of a handgun by a convicted felon and receiving stolen property. A passenger in the vehicle, identified by state police reports as Casey Payne, 38, with a Lexington address, admitted that it was actually her car and took possession or ownership of several items therein, bags, containers, and otherwise, that included a small amount of marijuana cigarettes, as well a quantity of methamphetamine, Neurontin, and drug paraphernalia, and she was charged with possession of meth, possession of a controlled substance, 3rd degree, possession of marijuana, improper container, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And again, no update on the condition of the actual shooting victim, and so far, while the investigation continues, there have not been any mention that we have to confirm of charges for the actual shooter. But again, all under investigation by local authorities and troopers from Post 9. Still a lot of ground to cover before I turn it loose for the weekend. Stay tuned. With spring comes sniffles and sneezes from that pesky fine powder from plants. Pollen, one of the worst words ever. You could try to limit your time outdoors, but that's really not an option for most of us. So talk to the pharmacist at Parkway Pharmacy and make a plan for personalized solutions for allergy and asthma relief today. SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National.
My name is Don McFarland, and I have been an attorney in Eastern Kentucky for over 30 years. This is my son, Max McFarland. I'm very proud of Max. He is incredibly intelligent, a hard worker, and is graduating from law school this spring. Max will take the bar exam this summer.
We are a family and we treat our clients like family. Bigger law firms are not always better law firms. There is no substitute for experience, personal attention, wisdom, and knowing who your attorney is.
When you have any legal needs, come see us, and we will personally represent you, and we will put our experience and energy to get the results you need.
If you have been in a car wreck, injured on the job, in need of Social Security disability benefits, or have any legal needs, Come see us and let us take care of you. Call us at 349-9000.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
It's just the perfect spot to grab lunch, a snack, something sweet, pick up your meds, or have them brought to you curbside. It's your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy that's been proud to serve you and your families for over 100 years. And now on their already incredible menu, fresh baked goods from the Daily Bread. Frazier's Prater Drugstore, 349-3135. Jumpstart the career you've always wanted today with one call. One call to Tech Center, Kentucky's newest and most innovative trade college, offering national certification. Graduate in less than a year. Limited scholarships are available now, and this enrollment is open until August the 2nd. In carpentry, electrical, heavy equipment operation, masonry, plumbing, and welding. Tech Center is located in Sayersville in the back of the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. You can call them at 349-7115 or find out everything at techcenterky.org.
Hi, I'm Patty Maynard, your local health insurance agent here in McGoffin County. I've been serving our people for over 25 years. I would love to discuss Medicare products with you. I represent Humana Insurance Company as well as others. My office is here in Sayersville on Route 7 on Superior Hill beside the entrance to Bluegrass Cemetery in the same building as Patty's Tax Service. My office is open 10 to 5 Monday through Friday. I would love to see you, or you can just call us at 606-349-1993.
After rescue and EMS and law enforcement as well responded to that shooting in Sayersville yesterday afternoon, it was late last evening that the McGoffin County Rescue Squad and other EMS responded to an injured horse rider, specifically a man in his 30s approximately, was kicked or bucked off of a mule, I should say, and very high into the air, as it was described by those riding with him, and falling back to the earth and hitting rock, causing multiple serious injuries as a result. He was in the head of board tree in that area, very remote, very hard to reach, and it was also some 2 to 3 hours before rescue could reach him, get him to the tip-top area where an ambulance would be waiting. They did initially call for a helicopter, but there was complications with the coordinates, and the helicopter was unable to find the accident victim. That's when they were forced to back up and punt, so to speak, and call for a ground ambulance, which transported the victim to an area hospital. No other details were made available. From there, let's go to brief coverage of last night's special session of the McGoffin County Board of Education. This was a special meeting held at the board office. Several items on the agenda, a few that we'll focus on tonight. One was the approval of bonding potential being used to complete 2 new projects, which have been on the drawing board now for some time. I referred to them here on a couple of different occasions. One will be a major remodel and retrofit of the former vocational school on the campus of the Harold Whitaker Middle School. That's going to be used for a sports training complex. It will allow schools to not have to work so hard to try to juggle getting gym time for all of the sports activities that we have. It will allow for a winter training facility and so much more. This project is also going to allow, a separate project as well, for a new school bus garage to be built there at the entrance going down into the Harold Whitaker Middle School. And it's also going to allow for a new board office as well. This is coming in at the cost of a little more than $4 million.
Well, I think kids definitely need the academic athletic center being long overdue, providing them a suitable permanent home for them to do practices and activities during the winter months. And then,
Does that include a stationary board meeting?
that's right, it includes us a board office where we can, meeting room where it's permanent. We always know we're going to have a meeting there, whatever. Okay, unless we want to change it and go to a school. And the bus garage, it's overdue. We need that. And I'm just worried, it's going to be more expensive with the latest, tariff negotiations with Trump and China on certain things and other countries. So I'm going to make a motion to go ahead and approve it.
Second.
Motion made by myself, second by Doug Warman, to approve the post-bid revised BG1 for the multipurpose building project BG number 25-209. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval of the post-bid revised BG1 for the bus garage project BG number 25-210. Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by myself, second by Mr. Doug Collinsworth, to approve post-bid revised BG1 for the bus garage project, BG number 25-210. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
It's also notable that during the bonding information presentation by their financial agent, it was reminded to the McGoffin County Board of Education that the bonds which were used to purchase and actually construct the two elementary schools, that being North McGoffin and South McGoffin Elementary, those bonds are going to be coming due and expire here in just about 3 to 4 years, which will open up other bonding potential for the school system should they need it. And also from last night's meeting, some big news and good news for all school system employees, many of which may be hearing it here for the first time. A raise was approved by the McGoffin County Board of Education last night. I rather enjoy being the bearer of good news, and last night there was approval of a pay increase across the board for certified and classified employees. Now, this is actually, by my math, the third raise or pay increase in the last 4 years. Going back and looking at records in 2022, there was a certified employee increase of 3%, and then classified employees received $2 on the hour of an increase. In 2024, there was a 3% increase across the board, and just a year later now, the board approved last night another 2% for all employees, certified and classified.
Next, we need to consider approving the following salary schedules and payroll calendar for the 25-26 school year. Now, this details the board's 2% raise for all staff,
Yes.
right?
All of these salary schedules have incorporated a 2% raise. So that would be district-wide for certified and classified staff. Yes, and it takes all those salary schedules to cover all those personnel. And then there's a payroll calendar in there as well that shows when those payments will be made for the new year.
Still more news to come, including how you can help our own Miss McGoffin County. Can you believe it? I mean, things just have a way of, and the weather, I think, has a large part to do with it this year. I think it's messing with everyone's internal calendar, but nevertheless, Miss Kentucky is in just a few days. And our own Miss McGoffin Kennedy Conley, well, there's a way you can help her in the next few days leading up to it, and I'll share that with you in just a few seconds.
There are several risk factors that may put a patient at risk for heart disease.
Especially people who have diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol and have a family history of heart disease.
Neglecting to see a cardiologist can put you in trouble. You may develop problems that may not be reversible.
We see many people who do not have an actual diagnosis of a heart problem, but may be at risk of heart disease, and we do whatever we can to help mitigate that risk to help prevent disease in the future. ARH, more for Appalachia.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
The one and only Lori Morgan. Ruby Anniversary Tour 2025. Friday, June 6th, the Mountain Arts Center in Prestonsburg. Reserve seats on sale now at macarts.com or at the People's Bank box office.
It's your go-to place for unique gifts, hard to find, or special gifts for anyone, including yourself. A new selection of inspirational gifts, personalized and other new jewelry arrivals, a fresh new restock of Diva and the other Tyler Candle Company scents that will not stay on the shelves, plus new colors and styles of the ever-popular Brewmate. And decorate for the season and for the 4th with a little hometown local feel at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. From there, some updates and reminders on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. Trader Days tomorrow, starting at 9, lasting till 4 or 5, I think, in the afternoon. You can be there and find all sorts of cool things, as brought to you by the Royalton Community Council. And don't forget, this is a fundraiser to help the Walnut Festival and go off another big show, this later on this fall in September. The North McGoffin Fire Department's got their horse show set for tomorrow. Gates open at 3, show starts at 6. I'm hopeful that the weather will clear out by showtime. Vacation Bible School next week, starting Tuesday and lasting through Friday, 6 to 8:30 nightly. The theme this year, Wonder Junction at Emmanuel Baptist Church on Pleasant Hill with Pastor Mark Campbell and everyone else there at Emmanuel Baptist. Rainforest Explorers, Jesus Leads the Way is the theme for Vacation Bible School next week at the Sagersville Free Will Baptist Church, and that's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 to 8 nightly. Everyone is invited. Next Saturday, June 14th. 11 till 3, you can register or come and watch registration. I mean, you don't have to ride or drive anything. There's going to be all sorts of fun cars and motorbikes and everything to see there at the 5th Annual Licking River Cruisers Car Cruise-In at Sagersville City Park across from City Hall. And Vacation Bible School at the Sagersville Church of Christ on Parkway Drive. Coming up not till the 21st, that's a Saturday, but it's an all-day event, 9:30 to 4, with lunch, games, and a water slide. They hope to see you there for Back to the Basics this year. And I hope to see you here on the calendar for birthdays and anniversaries and all important announcements like you just heard. This is how you get all of those on Your News Today TV. Our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home provide obituaries nightly, and tonight they have a reminder of services to start Sunday at 2 for Juanetta Howard Ward, 94 of Old Lick Creek Road, who passed away Thursday. Survived by her daughter Vivian Crump, her granddaughters Carrie, Megan, Joseph, and Kelsey. By the McGoffin County Funeral Home. One great-grandchild, Lyndon Joseph, her brother Vandal Howard, and 4 sisters, Alta House, Phyllis Howard, Case Bolt, Shirley Gay Howard Helton, and Wilma Lee Howard. Juanetta is preceded in death by her husband, Hassel Ward, her son Roger, 4 brothers, and 3 sisters. Services start Sunday at 2 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home Chapel. And services are incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon for 83-year-old Drexel Conley of Sagersville, who passed away on today's date. Those to be announced by the McGoffin County Funeral Home.
At Big Sandy Healthcare, every patient is seen as an individual deserving of respect, compassion, and top quality care. For us, it isn't about who they are or where they come from, but about the dignity and the care that they deserve. Our commitment goes beyond simply treating diseases. We tackle food insecurity, transportation problems, and other barriers many of our patients experience that hold them back from living fuller, healthier lives. At Big Sandy Healthcare, that's what sets our organization apart.
One name, one call, one ultimate solution to your heating and cooling, sales, 24-hour service, and installation for home, commercial, boilers, chillers, and VRF systems. With over 15 years of experience and now based right here in the viewing area, Ultimate Air. 496-6650. For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER. Now back to our own Kennedy Conley, who is, of course, vying for the 90th Miss Kentucky title. That's right, it's the 90th anniversary of the state pageant, which begins next Wednesday. And this weekend only, I mean, who doesn't love a good deal and a good cause? Well, here you go. It's this weekend's 2-for-1 special. A big part of the Miss Kentucky pageant as of years of recent time, the Kentucky's Choice Award, and your votes for People's Choice, well, they count double starting today. So now through Sunday at 10 o'clock, if you go to the Miss Kentucky pageant website, misskentucky.org, I think it is, and you can go there and For every vote you purchase and support her with, she gets 2. It is double time. It is a double deal. However you want to refer to it, it's an awfully good reason to do just that and support our own Miss McGoffin County as she is representing us so well at next week's Miss Kentucky pageant. We wish her all the luck in the world, and we look forward to seeing her performances and how well she does, as well as all the other contestants. But, we're a little partial to our own Miss McGoffin County, Kennedy Grace Conley. One thing we are not partial to nor a fan of: cold fronts and low pressure, and it's been rather relentless. Sometimes you have springs like these that are just, and early summer months, pre-summer months that just aren't what we hoped for. This has certainly been one of them. Look at all that. That's what's happening is cold fronts coming through, slowing down, letting some low pressure in, and giving us another repeated chance or round and round and round of showers and thunderstorms that look to take us through some, maybe all of your weekend. Here's the latest that I just pulled down from the National Weather Service, literally hot off the press just a minute ago, looking for a fresh update. Not much. I don't have much to add to this. 65, mostly cloudy. And to no surprise, about an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms for this evening for your Saturday and Sunday. I had hoped for, a little better scenario for your Sunday, but we're not going to recover too much. Again, this is not a washout, not a wall-to-wall event, but, just same old, same old. Okay, Saturday, here's what we've got. We've got 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms early, and an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms for the latter half of your Saturday. Temperatures are going to be right around 80 for your high and 64 for your low. So, cold area really to speak of, but just a lot of clouds and more showers and a thunderstorm chance or two, and some pretty good chances in there. So keep your eye on the weather conditions. Again, a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for us now, as you saw, understandably so by our radar in just a few seconds ago. Sunday, we back off to the upper 70s. I was hopeful that we would clear out and dry out for your Sunday, but right now winds are going to be out of the southwest up to 17, 18 miles per hour, and we'll see mostly cloudy skies and a likelihood, another 70% chance of showers and storms. By Sunday night, things should be partly cloudy and calm down. Monday, as you saw, partly sunny, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tuesday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms as we finally start to see this pull out for at least a day or two. 78, mostly sunny, showers lingering into your Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're back to the low mid-80s. Sunny skies for Wednesday and Thursday before, guess what? The weekend shows up, and guess what does with it? No chance for some showers and storms that we will not talk about now, and we will save for next weekend. Sorry for my being a few minutes late at the start of the program again. That means I'm cutting it off right now, wishing you the very best and safest of weekends, in hopes that I will see you back here Monday for more of Your News Today. Thank you all so much, literally from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being a part of this show every night.